everybody, welcome to the Comic Game Movie Show. My name is Ishan, and today I'm here to tell you why Thor Ragnarok, Thor Love and Thunder is my most anticipated movie of this year. Yes, I said it. Batman comes out in a couple weeks, maybe a week from now. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness comes out in May. But the movie that I'm looking forward to the most, the movie that I have been so hyped for, even before this year even started, even before last year, I'll even tell you this, even over the Black Widow, even over Shang-Chi, even over Eternals, even over Spider-Man No Way Home. The movie I have been most anticipating, the movie I have been most hyped for is Thor Love and Thunder. First of all, I have more reason to be hyped because there's already been some leaked Lego sets, there have been some images, there have been some things put out there. Jane Foster and her outfit looks amazing. It's so great looking. I think it looks even better. This live action interpretation of Jane Foster, Mighty Thor, looks even better than the comic book version, in my opinion. But yeah, man, I am so excited. It's cool to see Mjolnir kind of piece back together. But to get into why this movie is my most anticipated and my most excited movie is, first of all, I absolutely love Thor Ragnarok. Now, some people don't like Thor Ragnarok. Some people think that there's too many jokes. Some people think that it should have been more serious and edgy and darkness. Every time someone goes makes fun of Marvel for having jokes and they kind of go, it should be more serious. All I hear is the Lego, is the Batman themes, is Batman's original soundtrack in a Lego movie where he starts playing his music and you hear, darkness, no parents. Every time I hear someone go off about rated R and all this, that's kind of what plays that's the tune that plays in my skull is that part from the Lego movie. And I'm just I just kind of roll my eyes. Because I absolutely, Taika was all over that film. And right before I had seen that movie, I had seen What We Do in the Shadows. And I saw What We Do in the Shadows, which if you haven't seen What We Do in the Shadows, you should watch that and the show. They're both fucking great. And I was like, dude, his humor's all over this, that off-kilter, delayed, awkward, fun kind of humor. It's so hilarious. It might be the funniest film. I've always said that I think Thor Ragnarok is the breeziest film in the MCU. It's not every MCU film you can just put on at any time, at any moment. You gotta prepare yourself for it. As much as I love Infinity War and Endgame, I can't just watch those at any time. I can't watch Eternals at any time. I can't watch Shang-Chi at any time. I can't watch Winter Soldier. As much as I love most of the movies in the MCU, I have to I have to really get in the mindset to watch a lot of them. Thor Ragnarok and a couple others, there's a few other MCU films like that. But Thor Ragnarok, to me, is the breeziest of the films. It's the one film that I can put on at any time, at any moment, and it's gonna get a smile on my face. It's just a fun time. And the whole story with Thor and whatnot, and the way it was told, and man, like I said, it literally breathed new life into the Thor character. Now, there's a lot of people, lame ass, bitch ass people, but people who want Thor to return back to the original Thor. They want him to be more serious, and they want him to be more there's all those people who they don't like that Thor's more comedical, and that he's not as serious and Shakespearean, and they're fucking trying to do goddamn Macbeth or something. No, it didn't work. That's the thing. I do enjoy the first Thor. I think the first Thor is a good movie. And I enjoyed Thor Dark World. I thought it was okay. Good at parts. It was really good at parts. Whenever Loki and Thor were together, it was really good. And whenever they weren't, it was I could take it or leave it. I'm not going to stand on a hill for Thor Dark World. If someone thinks that movie's crap, I'm not fighting them. I'm I thought it was okay. But Ragnarok is clear head and shoulders better than those other movies. It just is. It's one of the highest rated comic book movies of all time. It's one of the highest rated MCU movies of all time. And it was just a blast of a film. And that's the thing about it. And some people they don't like that. But I digress. The people who are, logical beings and actually have good taste, we loved it. So, out of all the films that have been coming out, this is the only one Oh, sorry, it's starting to rain. This is the only one with a returning director. Oscar-winning director, by the way. Because Taika's bagged an Oscar for Jojo Rabbit since directing Thor Ragnarok. So Oscar-winning director Taika Waititi, awesome director, awesome, creative mind, Taika Waititi, is coming back to direct this. And then we add on top of that the return of, I think that two things make me go, what the fuck? How good is this movie? Two things. And there are two actors who are coming on. Natalie Portman and Christian Bale. Let me start with Natalie Portman first. Natalie Portman left the MCU basically because she thought she wasn't getting her just due. She was supposed to have a bigger role in Thor the Dark World. Her role was supposed to be bigger. It was supposed to be more done with her character and whatnot. But it got changed. But once, God damn it. Once Patty Jenkins dropped out of directing it because Patty Jenkins was the director and she helped co-write and she was helping get the story work on the story like for the longest time when that movie was announced, and then she dropped out and they had to bring in a new director and they had to rewrite a whole bunch of shit, and that's why Thor the Dark World came out the way that it came out. But the movie completely changed, and looking back, honestly, I don't blame Natalie Portman for her reaction to just be like, fuck this, I'm done, I don't want to work with you people anymore. You said we were going to do this is what we're doing, and no, I'm not just going to do this. And I don't blame her. But it wasn't a beautiful separation, to put it that way. So her coming back means that whatever this script is, whatever it is, it must be pretty fucking good. Because it's not like Natalie Portman's hurting for work. It must be really good. It must be something in it that really captured her. I mean, granted, we know that she's going to get to play the mighty Thor. She's going to get to be a hero in her own right. Now, I'm curious of how much screen time she's going to have. I'm hearing that her and Thor are basically going to be co-leads of this film. But, I don't know. I'm so curious, how that's gonna change their relationship. How are they gonna meet back up? Why is she gonna pick up the hammer in the first place? Are they gonna do the whole cancer thing from the comics? How did Mjolnir get reforged? Did they just find the pieces and where'd they find the pieces? They just randomly find the pieces? Does she just touch it and it comes together? How does Gore the God? But there's so many insane questions. There's just so much craziness around this film. And the other actor who were involved in this is Christian Bale. Christian Bale is a particularly picky, he's really picky about the films he gets involved in. Christian Bale is not the type of guy to jump into franchises, which is why he's probably going to die in the end of this movie, because, he's not going to want to be in multiple films, but I digress. Christian Bale is not the type of guy to get involved in franchises, these big CGI spectacles. That's not his thing. Up top of my head, the Dark Knight's probably the biggest CGI spectacle Christian Bale's been involved in. Maybe something else, if I can think of it off the top of my head, maybe someone can put in the comment section. But Christian Bale picks his films very particularly. And the fact that he chose to come on board and be the villain of this film, it says so much about what the fuck this movie's about. There must be a very interesting and compelling character in here that Christian Bale, man who was, like I said, very particular about the movies that he picks, selects to be involved in, said, I want to be involved in this film. I think that says something. It says something about the film itself. And it just makes me deliriously excited about it. Also, he's playing Gore the God Butcher, who is one of the best villains of the, I'd say of the modern era of Marvel. Everybody, Marvel and DC, they're constantly pumping out characters, villains and whatnot, but not a lot of them stick. But Gore does stick out as a villain that you, if you're a Marvel comic book if you're a Marvel fan and you watch enough Marvel shit, you've heard the name Gore the God Butcher. It sticks out in your mind, he's one of those he's a newer villain. He hasn't been around very long, but he's made a huge impact. He's kind of like the Black Order. The Black Order, and they made their appearance in Infinity War. They haven't been around very long. Maybe 2012, 2013, something like that. They have not been around very long. But they were so popular, they were so recognizable, they made it into the films. So Gore's another one of those characters, but in the comics, he's so hardcore. Because in the comics, like, gods are both aliens and gods. It's complicated. It's weird in the comics, but like, there are many. There are billions of gods. You know what I mean? There are so many gods because for every planet that has life, they worship and they create gods. So it's the comic with Gore is actually like pretty fucking awesome. The Mighty Thor, I think it's called the Mighty Thor. That artwork with Thor all jacked up, dude. Like, like I remember showing fucking Seth that artwork. I was like, dude, they just drew him so fucking yoked, dude. But it was awesome. It was awesome. But yeah, that comic with Gore and whatnot, and him going around killing all these gods. I'm curious how they're gonna make that work. Now there are rumors that damn it, who is it? Who am I thinking about? What actor am I thinking about? There are rumors that Russell Crowe is playing Zeus. So like, is Zeus like, and that was even more confusing with the whole Eternals thing, because now it's like, well, is Zeus just an Eternal, or are gods just, you know, aliens? So, but either way, clearly Gore is going to be murdering off the Greek pantheon. I wouldn't be surprised if the first sequence you see is Gore murdering off the Greek pantheon. Also, it's all but been confirmed that he is carrying, goddamn, I always forget the name of that sword, the Necron sword or something. It's Cole's sword. You know, Cole, you know that guy who's the god of the symbiotes? You know, that guy, that Cole? And it's all but been confirmed that he will be carrying that sword, all black. I believe it's called all black. All black. He will be carrying that sword. And I'm not sure if that sword has the same effect. I'm sure they're going to do something where like he can like affect people and get them under his control or something. I'm curious, like, I'm so curious about this story. I'm so curious about how Gore gets involved, how Gore comes out. Is it going to be tied in with other things? You know there's going to be a lot of setup in this movie because it seems like it's going to be a very space opera kind of movie, just moving all across the space. What's up with New Asgard? Is New Asgard has tourist attractions now? There was because not only in the Lego set did it say that they have a literal tourist boat pulled by fucking Thor's goats. Thor's goats. I can't remember the name of Thor's goats, but apparently they're gonna be in this. His fucking goats, which I'm like, oh my gosh, really? Thor's goats are gonna be in this? So Thor's goats are gonna be in this. You got like, there's just so much. There's so much. We're not even getting into Valkyrie being queen and whatever she's gonna do. We know the Guardians of the Galaxy are gonna be this, at least at the beginning. Who knows? Like, it is, oh my goodness, dude. This movie, like, I can't wait for the trailer. And you know the soundtrack. Thor Ragnarok had one of the best soundtracks. This soundtrack is gonna be fucking amazing. Just like fucking hair metal songs and hair metal songs after hair metal songs. Like, man, oh man, they have to have Thunderstruck in here. By the way, if they do this movie and they don't have AC/DC's Thunderstruck in there, I don't know what the fuck they doing. Literally, Thor in the comics had an outfit called Thunderstruck. So if and in the movie, at least from the images, he's dressing a lot like Thunderstruck Thor. Which, if you don't know in the comics, at a certain point, Thor used to just wear jeans and a fucking leather jacket. It had cut-off sleeves, like a leather cut-off sleeve jacket. And like, just go around with his hammer like that, with jeans and a leather cut-off hammer with long hair tied up in a bow, you know, tied up, you know, like what the fuck? Like he was a biker, dude. He was running around, God of Thunder, like he was a biker, and his name and the outfit's called Thunderstruck. And he's dressing like that in the movie, so I'm hoping that they gotta play Thunderstruck. Thunderstruck, they gotta play it. But anyway, either way, I'm so hyped for this movie. The trailer will be coming out sometime soon. I'm hearing it within weeks, dude. Like, it's either gonna be out this week or next week. It's coming out soon. And I can't wait, dude, because I think that's going to be the most lit trailer. Just because I know that, because, like, I never will forget that first teaser trailer for Thor Ragnarok with the fucking immigrant song by fucking, you know, just, like, I'll never forget that shit. I was like, that was dope. But, you know, a song can make a trailer. And I have a feeling that this Thor Love and Thunder trailer is going to be the best trailer of the year. Either way, thank you guys for joining the Comic Game Movie Show. Please remember to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. How hyped are you for Thor Love and Thunder? Are you as hyped as I am, or are there movies that you are more excited for? I'd understand if you're more excited for the Batman. It's about to come out. I understand if you're more excited for Doctor Strange. The trailer did just come out not that long ago, but I'm telling you guys, Thor Love and Thunder is going to be something fucking special. I feel it. Anyways, thank you guys again. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.